had to do with a change in perception that people experienced by actually being in a country, in a society they were unfamiliar with, and making one-on-one contact. I always thought travel was a great thing, not travel on a tour guide or a cruise, but actually going into a country and meeting people is the best way to change, break down the barriers and realize people are the same from all different economic levels, all different societies, different languages, different customs. But I know there's a lot more college students going overseas. I think that's an excellent thing. But I don't know, if there was some way we could bring more middle America out other than as soldiers of the countries. I mean, I think the solution is just in the human contact almost inevitably will bring about that change. Because you can't deny that when you see people one-on-one, that connection.
Yeah, one-on-one we all tend to do very well. But we are also, very much a tribal species. So, in part, we need to admit that at some level, whether it's geographically, whether it's politically, we will tend to, whether it's religiously, we will tend to form ourselves into groups, and the tendency is going to be to view those that are not like us as somehow wrong. And so I would say that's the piece that needs to be educated. It's the way we behave instinctually is the way we behave. And I don't know that you can eliminate that, but what you can do is educate around that and teach those things that bring us together, that we share in common. It is difficult. One of the things that Professor Humphrey found is that by sharing these stories, he was able to get change to happen. Because some of these stories are very personal. Bathroom habits, cleaning habits. They're things that a lot of us can relate to. And then all of a sudden you put a little twist on it. And you start to see things differently. So you don't really have to go someplace where they have, different habits than you do to appreciate the impact of the stories.
It's possible for misunderstanding to go both ways, of course, and the story about the toilet training reminds me of a story that someone told me of his travels through rural Southeast Asia, where he was eating in a community where they all were basically eating with their hands. And the corollary to the toilet rule is that you only eat with your right hand, whereas your left hand is reserved for other things. So, as Americans, we don't have that toilet custom, so we don't have the hand issue. So, there was this moment when this fellow reached for some of the food in a common plate using his left hand, and there was a collective gasp. And of course he didn't understand it right away, but because his hand was basically clean, he realized it's good.
Did they all look away?
I think the rest of the plate was his.
Part of the point of our